Right now in Elden Ring, I'm about 50 hours into the game, and around level 90 or so. The footage in the background is me fighting one of the bosses I've come across as I was scraping up some of the areas preparing to move on to the next area of the game. The idea behind the build is very simple. High health, high stamina, all the strength so that you can just slap the ever-loving hell out of the enemies. Pretty normal Colossal Greatsword, if I do say so myself, but as I am a wolf now because I have that sick helmet, it is complete. So today in Elden Ring, we're gonna go over my Colossal Greatsword build, the gear I'm wearing, and just the generals of the items I'm running. So it hasn't changed a ton since my last video, but this is the current general build I'm running. It has been upgraded just a little bit, and here's how it's going, right? I'm running the Heavy Greatsword plus 17, still with the Chilling Mist Ash of War, right? I just like having the, frostbite frozen effect on the weapon, and I like how it looks more so. That's right, that's why we're running it. This is more so a damage flare build, not pure damage, but that's okay, right? You could also throw on any other sort of Ash of War that you personally like. The Holy Sword is also good if you want a little bit of range on your weapon, because it shoots out a light, a decent chunk forward, so hey, that's not too bad, that's what we're running there. Eventually, we'll get the Greatsword to just the strongest point. Look at that boy. Ah, it's so good. So good. 10 out of 10 would use again, right? I, as you can see, have a ton of general Greatswords, Colossal Greatswords, and weapons in the game now. I've gotten my good arsenal going. Oh, there's so many weapons that are just so good. So it's pretty insane. There's a lot I could be upgrading and a lot of things I could try out. If you didn't know, this game does allow respecking, so I could respec my character into a faith build, into an int build, into anything, right? A meteoric ore blade build. God, there's so many cool weapons in this game. You just love to look at them, right? So that's my current weapon that I'm running. High damage, as you can see. Could be better, could be worse, but I'm running the Heavy Greatsword, this Colossal Greatsword, probably until the end of my first run, because, I have to. It's the OG Colossal Greatsword. I always run this boyo, and I will not betray myself. But, as you see, I'm running a claw mark seal on my secondary. The reason for that is purely because of my random memory slots that I have there. So I purely just use it to buff myself up a little bit, give myself resistances if needed, or take away poisons, and sometimes heal myself, right? As you can see, I have Cure Poison, Flame Fortification, Magic Fortification, Bestial Constitution. I might get more Bestial stuff and upgrade that. Beast Claw, and then Urgent Heal, right? So all in all, not too bad. You have to just quickly go there and then one-hand it like this to quickly buff yourself. I don't need poison, but quickly buff myself Flame Fortification. Look at that. Can I also have Magic Fortification on? Who knows? Probably not. So yeah, I have one of them on at a time depending on what type of enemy you fight. That is the Ash of War for the sword. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. And then your attacks throw around Frigid and stuff. But that's not even the best part about my build, right? The best part is some of the talismans. So here I have the Green Turtle Talisman. Raises stamina recovery speed. I just love that so much. This is a must-have for me. Love it. Claw Talisman enhances jump attacks. That's right, I'm a jumpy Greatsword build, because that attack does so much damage. Don't get me wrong, your light attack also does good damage, but it's not quite as good. So I always usually just do a heavy jump attack like that, because the difference between that and a light attack, yeah, the recovery is almost non-different. So heavy attack, jumping for the win. Damage is incredibly high on that with the Claw Talisman added there, so we're good to go. Now, I'm running the Great Jar Arsenal, which vastly raises maximum equipment load. I had the Arsenal Charm +1 and the Arsenal Charm, but now that I have the Great Jar's Arsenal, no need to use those anymore. I have a lot of random talismans, but this is my current setup that I like running. okay? It gets me a lot. As you can see, my equipment load is 89.5, and I have some heavy equipment on. So my Black Wolf Mask is beautiful, right? 10 out of 10. Oh, such a beautiful helmet. That's why I'm running it, and it's really strong. Heavy weight, but good damage negation, whatever, you know, good enough resistances. So that's why we're running that. We have the Tree and Beast Surecoat. Running this purely because it's one of the best things I can run, right? Not a lot of other things here are a lot better. This would be better. Oh, I just got this too. Okay, now we're running the Gelmer's Knight Armor. We're always running into the issue of equipment load, right? With my new gear on, my equipment load will be a little better, but hey, I will need a little bit more stamina, vigor, endurance, and everything like that. I can't quite throw on Clean Rot Gauntlets because I know when my buff state runs out, I will probably lose that. But hey, we'll throw those on for now. We're going with our big beefy boy build, okay? We are not going to die. And then we have our Banished Knight Greaves. I think those are still the best we can get right now. Gives the most overall resistances, right? Yeah, look at these boyos. Absolute unit. So, again, I might need to get more stamina, right? Need to get also more vigor for health, but yeah, I will upgrade endurance to probably 30-something, just to increase my equipment load and to give me a little bit more stamina. That is most of the build. My Flask of Wondrous Physique is literally just heal status and raises resistance, and temporarily makes stance break easier. I love jumping around and stance breaking the enemies with those and then critting them either in the front or the back. So I'm having a lot of fun doing that with the build right now. So that's currently why I'm running that on my Flask. The Flask itself, let's be real here, it doesn't really have to matter too much. There's a lot of different ones you can have in there. You can have like increased strength buff, which gives you, I think it's like plus 10 or plus 5 strength, I don't know, but there's a lot of damage boosts you can get, and you can throw them in here if you want, but I just don't have it right now. Still using the Demi-Human Ashes plus 7. I wanted to still go over a lot of my summons because, god, they're great, right? These are all the like smaller, earlier, lower FP game summons, right? This is a really high earlier cost one that I went with because of the 5 demi-humans it spawns. I like that. These are higher cost, more tanky boys for the most part. Look at that, Mad Pumpkin Head. I got Radahan, Soldier Ashes, Lanedell, Soldier Ashes, Godric. God, I have all the soldiers. Oh, I have 5 Great Shield Soldier Spirits. This one's probably better than this. And it only costs 5 more FP, so it costs 100% of my FP. Interesting, interesting. So then we have that. This, by the way, this right here, the Mimic Tier Ash, is the best summon in the game. I'll quickly just show you why. Can I not spawn it? No, I can't spawn it in this area. Okay. It summons you. This thing literally summons you, right? It takes 660 of your HP, and it summons a copy of you. It's not even fair. You know what? That's my general build there. So I just want to show you the Mimic tier. This is currently where I'm at in the map. I've completed this whole section here in the game, completed all of this stuff here. The last thing I'm kind of doing right now is I'm chilling in Volcano Manor, checking that out before I continue on to this section of the game. But as you can see, I'm all done all of this for the most part. This stuff here is still a little hidden and I have to go get that there, but yeah, we are currently done most of this side of the map. There is more to this area of the map though. This is, I think, the final area, but hey, who knows? Maybe there's even more. So that's where I'm at there in the game. Now let me quickly just teleport over to the tree here is probably the best, purely because going near Erd trees there are bosses, so it confirms that you can summon 100% of the time. This is the Mimic tier spawning. Just cost some health, quickly flask up right there, and then you literally have a copy of yourself to go with you. So honestly, it's ridiculously strong. I'll throw on my lantern and I'll run by the enemies right here just so you can see. Go Mimic tier Ash. Oh, nice, he gets it. The AI is a little dumb, but look at the damage on it. Not as strong as like me or anything. right? Because, like, look at that. The difference is insane. But that's just because I haven't upgraded it. This is a level 0 Mimic Tier Ash, right? It's not up to +6, so the damage is going to go through the roof when he does. And he's kind of an idiot, so he's not dual-handing. But hey, he did throw on a random buff. So that's how the Mimic Tier Ash works. Just if you wanted to know, right? Look at this. It's just so funny watching my boy coming in clutch. Oh, he used the Beast Claw properly, though. Oh, hell yeah. You know what? He's my personal guard now. The Mimic Tier, he can be my personal guard. I see no issues with that. Like, look how strong that is. Look at him. Look at my boy. When I upgrade him even more, God, he's gonna be insane. Sir? Where's my Mimic Tier? Okay. You know what to do, right? Go get him, buddy. Go get him. Oh! Oh, he's attacking the slime first. Well, I mean, he killed that. Let's see, does he avoid the Death Rot? Oh, he's not avoiding the Death Rot. Does he need to avoid the Death Rot's the question. Or is he immune to Death Rot? He is not immune to Death Rot. Oh no, I'm fat rolling. Oh no! I'm fat rolling a little bit, so I definitely do need to get my stamina up, but that's okay. Either way, that's the Mimic Tier Ash, and that's the general build as of right now. Let me know what you think. It's not a PvP build, it's definitely a PvE build. It's not meant to jump into enemies that are real human beings, because there's a lot more stronger int dex, faith, arcane, just elemental builds that you can do in PvP. And faster builds. Don't think greatswords like this are optimal in PvP. There are better greatswords with gravity effects. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Just a little going over of my build. I'm going to upgrade my Mimic Tier, maybe make him into a beast, but I don't plan on using him right now as it makes the game a little too easy, right? So, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Sub, like, comment, usual YouTube stuff, and follow my social medias, and I will see you next time. Peace.